One, two, three, four. Monday, and the button doesn't work again. How the fuck does that happen when all of a sudden I get ready to go and I got to point and click my way through life? That's just embarrassing. It's Monday. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to the World Show. I was thinking as I was looking up at my calendar, it's not a calendar, a little punk in the side where you got the Monday, August 14th little type, the thing that in the computer, dong, up there. I was thinking I would give up a month of Mondays. And what I mean by that is I think I would prefer in a working environment situation, I would like to have, if I could request, I'd like to try it. I want all my Mondays at the beginning of the month. Use Saturday, Sunday, the first and the second of the month. All right, but the first Monday, I want Monday. All 4 Mondays, the first week, I want to get them out of the way. Yeah. Tuesdays are always better, and Wednesdays are better than that. I would be willing to put all of my Mondays in the first week so that all the Mondays are done, all right? They're gone. The Mondays are out of the way. Now I've got all my Mondays out of the way for the whole month. We could talk about doing Tuesdays, but wouldn't that be great? What if you had the first week of Mondays, the second week was all Tuesdays, and the second half of your month was nothing but Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays with a Wednesday thrown in there every now and then for a good mix? Then what do you think about that? It's such a thing, man. Or what if they, at the end of the month, what if they decided worldwide, we all collectively decided that we were going to mix up our days. Let's get our Mondays out of the way in the beginning. Then we'll throw in a week of Tuesdays. But the most important thing, what if the last 10 days of the month or the last 8 days of the month were just Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's make it the last 12 days of the month. Just go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, for those of you who work 4/10s, that's going to be 12 days off. But for the rest of us working jabronis, the working stiffs like that, that means that we're going to get 12 days of weekends. Yeah, why can't we do that? You can't do that. Don't be stupid. It could disrupt the global economy and how the things move around the world. I don't care. Figure it out. Figure that out on your end. It's not my problem. Especially in the summertime. That's not my problem. That's your problem. My problem is making sure that it happens. And by that, I mean I just gave you the idea. The rest of the work is up to you guys. You guys have to figure that out from there. All right. So now that my buttons aren't going to work, I'm going to have to press goddamn clicking as I go. I don't know why it does that. In pre-show, you got my Stream Deck. Pump, 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 pump. Buttons are working. But as soon as it goes time to go, as soon as it comes time for you fine folks, you know what happens? Buttons quit working. They're all lit up. They're just staring at me. And I got to take the mouse and read tiny little point and click and point and click. I don't know. That's just, we have a terrible IT department around here. That's the problem. Discord, on the Discord. Gen X Talks has a Discord server. For those of you that don't know, it's just chat rooms. Gen X Talks chat rooms where we all hang out and talk about stuff between shows. Tonight there's a movie, Days of Thunder. You should come watch it. It's free. The whole thing is free. If you got some time to kill. Remember the old days when there was all these chat rooms everywhere and you could go to chat rooms and talk to people in chat rooms and do chat. That's what this is. It's free. You just go hang out. There's little topics of each one, so you're only talking about the thing that you want to in there. If you get lost and lonely and confused, go check out Lionheart. Lionheart OG is the supreme overlord of our Discord server. If you got a question, go track him down. Mary Mistretta, afternoon handsome. She called me handsome. That's one. Handsome General and brothers and sisters and harem wives. Yeah, some changes have been made to the harem situation. We're going to talk about it on Tuesday night show. Agnes Goulier, member for 2 months. Very handsome General. That's 2 people that called me handsome. One more and the show can begin. It's the way it works around here. Insurmountable Cali Cat, member for 1 year. Well, hey there, very handsome. We missed you Saturday. How went the pizza meet and greet? Pizza meet and greet. Did I miss something there? Well, that doesn't matter. That's 3 swings of the bat, 3 handsomes. We can continue the show now. Arbot, member for 1 year. Greetings from South Africa. Now, for those of you that don't know, what I'm looking at over here is that what to my left, to your right, is another monitor. It's a small monitor where we have my wife who is copying and pasting what you guys say in the comment section. If it's something stupid, they kick you. The blue wrenches kick you. If it's something nice, then they copy and paste it. If you hang around, I'll get to it. They put it over here, and as I'm talking up here, I can't read what's going on there. So eventually we work ourselves around full circle, come to boom, 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 and there it is. We get back to what we're talking about. So if it's in blue, it'll mean I have to read it right now because it's on topic. If it's something saved for later, it's a compliment or a question or something you want to say, we'll get to those things. Okay, so where was I? Let's see if it works. Boom, button. Hear that? Hear me hit? Hear me pressing the fucking button, not working. That means I got to go find it now, which is just such a pain in the goddamn. I mean, it's wonderful, and technology is great, and I love everything about it. Okay, so there's a few things. We'll go some from here, some from around the world. There's some stuff to talk about. I know you constantly get the emails and the questions about Hunter Biden, and I always stay away from that topic. I'm going to give you a little taste of something here just for the rest of the world, just so you know. CNN, and this is Jake Tapper, 1,000% liberal, 1,000% Democrat, 1,000% blindly carries the water for the Democratic Party. You could literally have a liberal light a building on fire, and this guy would say, well, we don't know. It is quite possible the building deserved it. We don't know the circumstances here. I mean, letting you guys know, that's what this guy does. And even CNN and this guy is finally questioning people, going, why is the president trying to pretend this isn't happening? Hunter Biden fucked up some stuff. Literally, they're going, okay, he was on the phone. He was on speakerphone. Okay, wait a second. Let me see. Hunter Biden's on the phone in the Oval Office on speakerphone talking to his counterparts in China. They know the president's listening, or the vice president at the time. They know Joe Biden's listening. Joe Biden knows he's listening. Joe Biden knows why he's there in the room. Why else would your son go, hey, Dad, I'm going to make a phone call to my Chinese businessman. Can you just let him know you're here, okay? Just let him know you're on the phone. You're not going to say anything. I'll work everything out in code, but just the important is we're in the Oval Office. We're in your office. Let's make sure. That's the kind of shit that went on. Even Tapper and CNN are finally coming around going, okay, maybe the president shouldn't be defending this guy anymore. I mean, Jesus Christ, shouldn't he at least admit that he was in the room? I mean, it's at that point. It is literally beyond compare. And the problem is that they've had a couple people that were business associates of Hunter Biden's that they just didn't believe. It didn't matter what he said. He goes, I was there. We don't care. Well, I heard him say this. Yeah, you're full of shit. Well, I know for a fact that this was going on. Yeah, you're lying. That's just what everybody said. It was the press. It was Hollywood. It was politicians. It didn't matter. Everybody, he's full of shit. Yeah. They're finally to the point where they have to admit that there's just overwhelming evidence and some seriously shady and illegal shit went on. Even CNN has finally come full circle and said, look, just at least quit blindly covering for the guy. And you know, the biggest angle was when right before they finally turned, right before everybody finally said, okay, all right, let's stop covering for him. Everybody stop. Let's before they came to this strategy, before they came to the truth, in case you guys weren't paying attention around the planet, the last ditch effort, the last strategy before this one was the bleeding heart strategy. Well, he just loves his son so much. What would you do if it was your son? And what would you do if you realized your son was a complete fuck up? What would you do? They tried that. Everybody went, yeah, we don't give a shit. That's bullshit. You don't get to play that card. Fuck off. Because the media's been very clear over the years. Politicians are held to a higher standard. That's how they go after people. If it was Trump's kids that do this, you would say, whoa, it's the kids. It's not Trump. Well, the politicians are held to a higher standard and he's responsible for his family. If it was DeSantis, they would say, well, politicians are held to a higher standard. It's the Bidens. Well, it's family. Family is just a different status. Family. Let's just stay away from the family. It's hypocritical. Get a T-shirt. Pass them out. Hypocritical. You can say it with me. And now CNN and Tapper finally coming full circle and going. And you can imagine them right before the lights go on, just rubbing their head, going, "Fuck! I just can't hide this shit anymore. What am I going to say on today's show?" Now, how about the truth, ass nugget? How about that? Why don't you just call it like you see it? Get a different Democrat, get a different politician. This guy's all fucked up. Pick someone else. I know you guys want to stick with what you got, but you got to stop. All right. Anyway, so quickly around the world of the news, I admit, when I fuck up, I tell you. All right. And it happens. From time to time, even a trained broadcast professional screws the pooch. Well, this one's one where I almost did because I copied and I'm like, oh, this is a good headline. And I copied and pasted it and I'm going to use it. And so I click on the article and I went, what? I go back to the headline that I copied and went, no, shit, I read that wrong. I thought this said in South America, Argentina asked the patron saint of work for tanks. I thought that's an odd thing to pray for. That's an odd thing. Argentina is praying for jobs and tanks. That's what happens when everything's really tiny on my screen and I have to squint and I'm trying to enlarge it to do my stuff and then and then I jump on there. I thought it said, so I was ready to go. I copied and pasted. I'm going to go read the article, and I'm going through the article. I'm wait a second, what the fuck? There's no tanks in here. Then I had to go back and see it again. And that's just, yeah. Oh God, this is why you guys remember Saturday Night Live. I don't know if you remember this or not. Saturday Night Live was there was God, where was it? I can't think of her name now. Remember Gilda Radner when she would do the news and she would get it wrong? That was the whole skit. And she'd read the thing and says, "Hey, what is this about the presidential erection? We shouldn't be talking about presidential erections." And then the guy says, "It's election." Presidential election. She goes, "Oh, never mind. That's me." Only they did it as a skit. I'm completely fucking it up because I can't see straight. Yeah, true story. So anyway, there's no art to clear the record. People in Argentina are not praying for tanks. They're asking the patron saint of work for jobs as the economy tanks in the elections. How do you have a patron saint of work? I thought all the saints were established. Can you make new saints today? No, it's a serious question. I'm not like a strong Catholic guy. Or can you invent a new saint today? Could you have the patron saint of hydrogen bombs because they were invented in the 40s? I'm asking because if all the saints were back, during the 14th and 15th century, if that's when all the saints, who would have had a patron saint of work? You might have a farming, for your king or war, but I mean, you patron saint of love and marriage, and I mean, all the basics are covered and all the emotions are covered. Yeah, I got that, but when did the patron saint of work come about? Can a pope make new saints? Could he just issue one, or is that something the cardinals have to vote on? Because that'd be, that would be tough because you got to get all these cardinals together and a pope, and I'm just spitballing here. I'm thinking out loud, but if you had to, first you got to figure out a name, you got to figure out what you're going to call the guy, and then you got to, or the woman or whatever, the deity or the saint, and then you got to, what they're in charge of. That would be a task, but someone just came up with a patron saint of work. So who is this person? Saint, whatever, I can't even think of what his name would be. Saint something for jobs. But I mean, do you argue that out and go, this is patron Saint Jeff. He's in charge of biscuits. Because there's a lot of stuff you could want to do with. I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know what's going on with that. It's a legitimate question. Leave me alone. All right. So I got confused. Excuse me. Let's see. Click rid of that one. All right. What was over? Yeah. Here's another dumb one too. And let me back up and tell you a story. Remember when Russia invaded Ukraine and everyone said, "How long will this take?" And I was like, "It goes fast." I openly said, Russia will take over Ukraine as quickly as they decide to. You want to do it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they're done. You want it to be a couple months, it's done. But Russia will own this. Russia will take over Ukraine as quickly as they want to. I was 100% wrong. Kind of a personal moment between myself and one of my sons as he called me the other day and said, so what do you think about Russia not being able to take over Ukraine? Now, he knows what I said in the beginning. So my son's trying to give me a little bit of a jab and goes, so you fucked that one up, Dad. You got that one wrong, didn't you? And all I said was, yeah, this just didn't turn out. Now, what I could have said was, well, everybody got it wrong. The press got it wrong. The Pentagon got it wrong. The world got it wrong. Everybody got it wrong, especially Russia. I could have said, it wasn't just me. Everybody got it wrong. All I said was, yeah, I fucked that one up. And I told him why. I said I was basing that on my knowledge, my limited knowledge, that I thought Russia was like the second most powerful army in the world. Turns out not so much. So we had that discussion, but I think I taught him a valuable lesson about not trying to defend my position. I was wrong. Well, everybody else did it too. I just said, I fucked up. I didn't get it right. I was way off on that one. All right. So then we come. So the point of the story is that come to cat and mouse. Russia taunts U.S. with brazen fighter jets threatening American airspace. And they're doing this all over. Mainly Russia does this kind of stuff around Alaska and the North Pole area up there, you know, the defenses, aerial defenses up that way. But why are they doing that? I mean, isn't there the Air Force could literally call them up and go, okay, we get it. You don't have an army. You don't have an Air Force. You don't really. What the fuck are you doing? I mean, you're trying to pretend that you're badass motherfuckers because the whole world knows you're not. You really want to start some shit with us up here? You can't even handle Ukraine. You're losing ground over there, and you want to start some shit over here? I'm just saying, this seems dumb to me. They're holding no cards that the whole world knows what cards Russia's holding. Why would they do this shit? No, I can see China doing it because that's the whole mystery, right? With China is we kind of don't know what it's like. Well, you know, their planes are flying in Taiwan and our airspace in the South China Sea, and we're sending the carrier group, and because you just don't quite know. We got a good idea, but we just don't quite know what they're capable of or what they're willing to do. Russia, we got this shit figured out. It's like, okay, all right, dude, put your plane away. Because if we shoot your plane down, you're not going to do shit. You can't do shit. You're almost fucking broke. And you're fighting a war with Ukraine. You can't even win Ukraine. You think you can beat us? Dude, Canada could whoop your ass right now. Yeah, there's a bunch of hockey players up there. They're tough. All right, so... don't. There was another one that just, I had a couple of these in here. It's a good guy. All right, so it started with this. This was the one that was, this over in Europe, and Greek authorities detain 105 soccer fans following clashes, deadly stabbing outside the stadium. All right, we've all heard stories like this. There's always been pictures like this, and we go to stuff like this on the news all the time. I got it. And it always has to do, you got to admit, and this is speaking from the United States, looking at you guys over in Europe, I have never seen more violence on a sporting event than you guys do over there with soccer. I mean, we had, in 1968, we had the Philadelphia Eagles kick the shit out of Santa Claus. All right, that's our big story over here. We've had a couple of games. We've thrown beer bottles on football fields and stuff like that. Okay. And our baseball teams routinely clear the benches and beat each other up. But it is nothing compared to what you guys do with soccer and what you guys call football. It's nothing. How on earth you guys absolutely are the most violent fans. I would hate to be a referee in football, soccer in your part of the world. You guys kick the shit out of them if you don't like their call. You guys stormed the field. This thing that we showed here, this was after the game. Not only does everybody get violent in the game and in the stands and they rush the field and you hang the referees, from the goalposts, but outside you're stabbing people. This was 105 people, 11 people that got some serious charges, stabbing people. After the game, I mean, you guys take this very seriously. Now, the problem is I don't know what it is. I don't know whether this is just is this team rivalry? I'm asking you guys. This is where you guys tell me. So for in Italy, in Greece, anywhere in Europe, I'm asking, is this a team rivalry that gets out of control? Is it country versus country that gets out of control? What causes this? Is it bad calls? Is it arrogance? The players in the field flip off the visiting team stadium? I'm not sure what causes this. But you guys are absolutely the most violent fans of any sport on the planet. It's just odd. That's all. It's just really odd. So the other one was, there's a dum-dum-dum. Okay, so look at this. See this picture right here? This is not a violent protest of an oppressive government. This is not pictures of a revolution. People are dying. People are running like crazy, and things are being lit on fire. This is a soccer match. This is football for you guys. I've never seen anything like it. And we've seen this for years and years and years. But now I'm asking you, because I just clicked on that one article. It wasn't a great picture. It wasn't very captivating. But it says 105 people were arrested, 11 are thrown into jail, and there's 2 stabbings over a soccer game. I don't understand. You guys got to tell me what causes the violence on this. I mean, we've got rivalries here. We got teams that hate each other in basketball and football and baseball, and we got fans that hate each other, and every now and then something comes up, but it's so rare. It almost seems like you fuckers do this shit just at the drop of a hat. I don't know. I'm asking. This is where I'm asking you guys. Let me jump over here and see if there's anything blue between the sheets. Blue is important. Adam Pedley, the word is Vladimir Putin is going to the World Economic Meeting for the first time since he invaded Ukraine. It could be a good time to arrest him for war crimes as he meets the Western leaders. All right, good. I'm with that. Shoeless One, met for 6 months. Who's to say that they aren't just watching us deplete our inventory by giving it to Ukraine? Because we make a lot of shit real fast. We get a lot of shit real fast. Nothing's better than the United States with spending money on military shit. We're good at that. Noel says soccer hooligans. There's a rich history there. Well, that's what I'm asking about, Noel. I'm asking what I get it. It's a big thing, but I'm not I don't understand what it is. I don't understand why it turns to. Do you guys show up to these things just getting ready to pounce on somebody? That's all I'm asking. All right, so let me go back over here. Between the Sheets, Deepak, member for 1 year. Hooligans don't go for football. They're organized gangs that make detailed plans to organize fights. For what? If you're Deepak, I love you, man. You're my number one guy over in Ireland. I got you. But if you're telling me that there's groups that are organized just to fight, what for? Are they? I don't get it. Are they protesting something? Are they just going to kick the shit out of the other team? I don't. Tell me why they're doing it. What is the goal? That's the part that I'm worried about. The Fantasy says, yes, it's team rivalry, and especially in England, it is brutal soccer violence. Okay, now, see, Fantasy's telling me that it's strictly team related. All right, I might go for that. I might understand that. If it's just team versus team, that would make a little more sense to me. You know, team versus team, and just gets out of control. But it seems to get out of control a lot. See, in my country, it's like Dodgers versus Giants. Big rivalry. All right, we got that. Raiders versus the Broncos. Big rivalry. We got that. You could see things maybe once in a while flaring up. Why does it happen all the time with you guys? It seems like every single soccer match over there is just either a fight or on the verge of a fight. Every team? Every rivalry? Does every team hate every other team? Come on, let's face it. As far as the world is concerned, and the rest of us looking in on what you guys call football, we're thinking, all right, you guys got some issues here. It's almost like you're issued, the stadium, the grass, the goalies, the uniforms, the soccer ball, and smoke bombs come with it, along with clubs, and everybody gets a handkerchief for a mask. It's just like that standard issue with every game. Just saying, I don't know. Football, Stuart Bailey says football fans fight each other by area, even one side of the city from another, but will also come together by country at the World Cup. Well, that statement is a perfect statement. Save one fact. That statement, what he said right there, football fans fight each other area by area, even other sides of the city, but they all come together for when it's a World Cup event. I got you. That's great. Except for the part where you're kicking the shit out of each other. Other than that, that would make sense to me as a dumb American. And remember, I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert out here. I don't know much about anything. But I'm a keen observer of human nature. And when I'm watching you guys, it's like, all right, city by city, we argue, we fight. But then when it comes, we all join together and get good. Except for the fact that you beat the shit out of each other, lit cars on fire, stabbed each other. Do you guys actually show up with with an eye patch because you lost an eye and scars that are still bleeding, put your arms around each other and walk up to the World Cup? Arm in arm? I'm just asking this, and there's some weird stuff on that. Maybe I just don't know. Randall Gordon, when do they cut off liquor sales? When do they cut off liquor sales? Do you have any kind of problem in the U.S. at stadiums? Yeah, they do. Liquor's a big problem here, as it probably would be everywhere. You know, they cut off alcohol sales. Some stadiums in America, in the United States, they cut off alcohol around 3/4 of the way through the game. That gives everybody time to unwind. You know, you can't carry 6 bottles of beer out into the parking lot with you that you just bought on your way out the door. Most stadiums have some limit. A lot of them cut them off around 3/4 of the way through. They shut that down. And it seems to work, but we just don't have the problem that I see you guys having. I'm just asking here. Adam Paley, General, you're inspiring me to do better. I've decided I need a channel like yours to inspire Australians that they could do better than my government. It seems to be leading us into economic, and she cut it off there, but it's an economic downturn or economic peril. I would agree with that. If you need some help with that, I'd love to help you get a channel going. No problem at all. Joe DeMitt, Gen X Talks, Mondays were created to make us appreciate the other days of the week. Joe DeMitt, hey, you got to have a Monday or you won't really valuable Friday. You know, there's some twisted grown-up logic to that. There really is. Oh, my God. When I start agreeing with the comment section with you guys, something wrong with me. All right, where was I? I'll go back over here. Boom, 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 go to picks. And then we'll get rid of the violent soccer thing. Oh, no. All right. So here's something that just came out. Everyone's blown up about Skittles. I didn't understand what the problem was with Skittles. Well, it's Taste the Rainbow, and the rainbow is the LGBTQ community and gay pride and all. I said, whoa, hold on. Skittles was doing the rainbow thing way, way before all this came about. I am not going to punish Skittles. I am not going to ditch Skittles. I'm not going to, because their rainbow thing, because now people are, they're rainbow. Whoa. Rainbow and Skittles was way before any of this. I was there. I'm not going to ditch the, and then I saw the rest of the article. And where is it? Right here. This is a new package for Skittles. And in the middle of this, they took all the Skittles colors and they're all gray. And then there's a rainbow going through the kids. And the kids are mostly black and brown kids. And then what does it say on that little skateboard ramp? It said Black Lives Matter. Actually, it says Black Trans Lives Matter. If my wife ever buys Skittles again, I will divorce her. Because a company like Skittles, you got to remember, this is what everybody thinks. When there's 100 people protesting outside your building day after day after day, what do these companies do? They think, okay, can we just agree with the protesters? And will the rest of our customers, will the rest of our base be okay with it? Because I'd like to get rid of these protesters, but I don't want to lose my base customers. So how about if we just appease these people protesting and let's hope our base stays with us? That's what they do every time. That's it. This isn't a secret formula. When you're protesting something, when you're demanding something as a minority group, whether it's color or lifestyle or whatever, when you're screaming and chanting and protesting, they get tired of it and they're like, okay, how do we get rid of these people? Let's just throw them a bone, do something for them, and hope the rest of our people stay with us. Didn't happen with Bud Light. Big dent in Target, in Disney, and others. So Skittles could have done the right thing here. In my opinion, Skittles, if they wanted to go down this road, if they wanted to, right now they're flexing their muscles as Skittles going, look, we're going to put whatever we want on there. We're fucking Skittles. No one's going to stop eating Skittles. We're Skittles. I mean, fucking, we got it. You ain't going to do shit to us. Our revenue's not going to shrink. There's going to be no problem here. They could have said all lives matter. They could have used a package like this to bring people together, in my opinion. They could have. They could have addressed it and said, look, we get you guys are protesting. You get this minority, that minority. Like, you know what? Everybody can go fuck themselves. We're Skittles. We're going to bring everybody together. They could have said all lives matter. They could have put a picture of every type of person on there if they wanted to and said, everybody likes Skittles. Why'd they do that for? What was the point of that? Are they trying to ramp this thing up? There is no Black Lives Matter right now. Do you see? When's the last time you saw a protest in a city? When's the last time you saw cars on fire? Nobody's doing anything. It's been months now. There's no big in fact, the last protest was about the Supreme Court. And that's when all the silly people came out and with their signs and were protesting and yelling. But other than that, no one's running down the street screaming, gay rights. No one's running down the road screaming Black Lives Matter. It's all gone. Why start this up again? What for? I don't know if this is going to gain any traction or not, but it did with me because that was just divisive. They could have said, include everybody, and they didn't. So I'm done. I'm sorry. That was just stupid. Yeah, maybe you only lost one customer. Maybe we don't eat a lot of Skittles anyway. But you can't make me like you, and you can't make me spend $5.99 on a big bag of Skittles at Walmart. You can't make me do it. You lost me. I'm done with that. And not because of a minority group. You lost me because you couldn't include everybody. You left me out. You left me out. You want to make another package with a big, fat, white guy who's a mechanic in the middle of the desert? I can have grease on my face and be holding a wrench with a rag in my pocket? Get my beard right. Get my beard right on the packaging. Now, I'll join the ranks again. But you left me out. You were divisive. You were absolutely 100% trying to bring something up that had kind of gone away, and you're divisive. And you changed all the rainbow Skittles to gray, which I appreciate. I have a little gray myself. But then you fucked the rest of it up, so I'm done. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. That's just me. What do I know? Again, dumb mechanic, middle of the desert. Let me go back over here. See what's between the sheets, because I know my wife's going to be bitching at me about stuff. All right. Walter Scott, member for 2 months. Check the Bible. Rainbow is a sign of God. Yeah, it is. And I'm sure God and Noah and the ark and the promise the rainbow stands for in the Bible came way before Skittles. I don't think Noah got off the ark and was popping Skittles going, hey, where are we? Ararat, you say. Okay. That's maybe just me. I wasn't there. I think we'd have to ask Mrs. Fort Watton or the Sun Valley Fox. I think I heard they took the trip with Noah, so we can ask them. Mrs. Fort Watton, member for 1 year. Get politics out of my candy. Yes, Mrs. Fort Watton, well said. Tech Dumb Dad, member for 2 months. Holy shit. Why are other companies doubling down on this? It hasn't worked for anybody. Tech Dumb Dad, do you want to know the answer? Because on one side, when you have all... Now, listen to me. Listen carefully. This is not rocket science. Why are companies doubling down? It's simple. When you're on the left and you have movements and you're like, we're attacking baseball and we're attacking the NBA and we're attacking the NFL, and you're going to put trans stuff out there and you're going to put Black Lives Matter on every pitching mound and on every end zone, and they attack and they push and they attack and they push. Over here, we're like, well, Bud Light, we squash it down, Target, Disney, and then the rest of us who have jobs and lives, we'll stick to those. We'll stick to them. We got, okay, Bud Light, Target, we got you. Then we kind of go back to what we're doing. You see, they have a list, and everybody reads the list every day. Who's on the list? Who are we going after today? There's thousands of them. We're not like that. We don't have a website over here on the right that says, all right, here's who we're, everybody listen up. Here's who we're protesting today. We don't do that. We don't organize over here on the right. We don't organize that kind of stupid shit. We go with our heart. We go with our feelings. We go with our patriotism. And when we see something, we attack it 100%. And we stick to it, and that's it. But we don't just let you hand out tickets every day and say, okay, so today it's Skittles, everybody. It's Skittles. You hear me in the back? It's Skittles today, everybody. Skittles. Nobody cares. They might care. It might catch on. It might become a thing. There might become a website. There might become a list. I don't know. But we don't go out intentionally targeting people for this kind of stuff when they don't agree with us. They do. So there's companies that are going to keep doubling down going, yeah, the people on the right, they're past it. Yeah, Bud Light and Target and Disney, we got it. We're past it. You know, I don't care anymore. They're going to forget. They're going to move on. They're not organized. There's not a big movement. They're very reactionary. We're fine. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It's too bad. Because I think we've clearly demonstrated that when we get our shit together over here and we decide to move in a direction, we move the fucking needle like no one before. It's true. The Tech Dumb Dad, that's why they're doubling down, is because they feel everybody's moved on. That's why. Now, something in your face. Now, don't think for a second that all of us over here that are doing this, you walk into a store and you reach for Skittles and it has that on the bag. Nah, fuck that. And you go pick up some M&Ms. Something else. And do that. You're going to see that happen individually. You're just not going to see it on a website as a promotional commercial, between boxing matches. It's just not going to happen. It's not how we work. Eric 1701, member for 1 month. Man, I'm sure glad I never liked Skittles anyway. I'm a gay man, and this crap is out of hand. And Eric, I'm with you, buddy. Why is it that anybody has to force anything on anybody about this stuff, man? And I'll bring this up again. And this is how I win arguments with the fringe left. Pay attention, because it's really simple. Remember, I'm not into charts and graphs and focus groups and polling. I just keep things at street level. Nuts and bolts. But what Eric was saying is he's a gay man. He's like, he's just crap is out of hand. I'm with Eric. I would stand right next to Eric and go, and talking to the fringe groups out there. It's like, why we're mad over here about what you're doing over here is because 30 years ago when I was growing up, it was just, hey, we're gay. We want to be left alone. This is our choice. Excuse me for 1 second. They would say, we're gay. We just want to be left alone. We just want to fit in. We just want to be treated like everybody else. Okay, you got it. Absolutely. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody gives a shit. I wouldn't even care. If Eric 1701 was sitting with me, we could have a beer. We could talk about whatever. We can hang out and have a barbecue. Who cares? Who knows what who's doing? Who gives a shit? But what you guys did over here was you put everything in everybody's face. You weren't just happy with gaining the acceptance. That was what it was all about. We just want to be accepted and treated like everybody else. And as soon as you got it, like, okay, now we want to be put to the front of the line. Now we want to have our face, and we want billboards and beer cans and displays in Target. And it was not just in the last year. This is what you guys have been doing. Not only once you got accepted, now you want to be to the front of the line. And you forced it out there. It's like, okay, dude, what happened to just getting along with everybody? What are you doing? Same with Black Lives Matter. They're on the forefront. They're burning buildings and cities to the ground. It's like, okay, you know what? You just want to be accepted. You just want to be, we got it. And then you do this stuff. Then you're mad when people react. It's like, God damn it, just shut the fuck up. Why can't everybody just get along with all this shit? Why are you pointing out race? Why are you pointing out sexual orientation? What does it matter? Why is it the first words out of your mouth? Hi, I'm a gay black man. Whoa, I just asked your name. If you're Steve, you could just say, hi, I'm Steve, and I work in a grocery store. That's really all I need to know. Who cares about all the other stuff? Who cares? I'm just saying, I'm with Eric that it's just out of hand. You're putting it on beer cans and you're putting it on Skittles. God, you intentionally force it into everyone else's face. And then you get mad when people swat away going, stop, Get that out of my face. Stop doing that. Jesus Christ. Just saying. Eric 1701 again says we can have a beer, but not a Bud Light. Yeah. That'd be funny. Eric and I should do a commercial where he comes over and he's a gay man and I'm a straight man, and we're both looking at two beers, and one of us has to grab like a Coors, the other guy has to grab the Bud Light, and we look at each other like, who's going to grab which one first? Oh, Eric, that'd be funny. Oh, my God. J-Mo saw the Skittles package, free country, though. Free to vote for her with your dollar. Yeah, I got it. That's what I said. People will grab something else, I'm guessing. Mama Mac, I can't believe they wrote joy is resistance when the left seemed to be the most miserable people to me. Which brings up a point. I'll use that to segue into something if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Patron, podcast, Skittles. I don't know where that went. Oh, yeah. So, well, let me jump down here and close this one out for you. There was something I wanted to bring up that since you brought up, I can't believe they wrote joy is resistance when the left seems to be the most miserable people to me. Yeah. So this is on all of the platforms that we're on. It's a 2-minute drill. Those of you that are familiar with our 2-minute drills, it's just 120 seconds of a video, and it just makes a point. This one, I think, became a little misleading because I talked to a couple people about it this morning, and it when you're talking about joy is resistance, it's not. You're right. The left is miserable. This video, this short or this 2-minute drill. Talks about the basic message is this. They want you to get up every day and protest for them. Get up in the morning, grab your stuff, get downtown, 8, 10, 12 hours, screaming, yelling, waving signs, blocking traffic, protesting, everything. It doesn't matter what it is. If they want you to be down there for Antifa, they want you to be down there for the woke movement, the Me Too movement, LGBTQ, Black Lives Matter. They want you down there protesting, and they're burning up. Now it's about 2 or 3 years of people's lives. Get up and get down here for us. Get up and protest for us. Get up and stand tall for us. All this 2-minute drill was saying, you're wasting your life. Get up for yourself in the morning. Get up and get on with your life. Hey, compassion for your causes is great, but they are not going to help you. They're not going to help you get along. They're going to use you. They're going to use you. And you're going to get up every day and do. And then you're going to realize, shit, 3 years went by. I need to get on with my life. All the video says is show up for yourself. Stop always blindly showing up for their cause and their agenda. You can support them. You can be part of them, but you have to wake up in the morning for you to get on with your life. They're not going to do it. No one else is going to do it for you. A little bit of confusion with how this cover picture played out with the go look at it. You can go see it. I don't think any of the go after it's over. You can go check it out. But you see what I mean. The cover might be a little bit misleading, and it was unintentional. But just I thought I'd share it with you since you brought that up. That was a good thing to bring up there. All right. I don't want to blow this. There was something really serious that came up. Or is it right there? To see the Skittles and yeah. Okay. We've talked about some serious issues. Soccer matches where people die. We've talked about movements, culture, and Skittles. But this one is more important than anything, and this one's more important than everything combined we've talked about this morning. It's true. Want you guys to understand what happened here. This is in a town called Krems-an-der-Donau. I'm saying that wrong because I can't speak anything European. It's in Austria. Venomous spider with erection-inducing bite shuts down a supermarket. I didn't know there was such a thing as a boner spider. This is a true story. This happened. Venomous spider with erection-inducing bite. Shuts down the supermarket. Now, I did have to read the article. I wanted to make sure that this wasn't a spider walking around a supermarket with a little chub. Because who cares? No. I was reading it right. You're reading it right. This spider gives you a full chub after it bites you. In a supermarket in Austria called Krems an der Donau. Krems an der, it's probably pronounced all in one word or two words. Now Austria is obviously in Europe, and I'm in the United States. I'm not even on the coast that's near. I can't even jump across the pond. If I were to fly, and I you guys know I don't fly. I'm scared to death of flying. We've talked about why. I have legitimate reasons why I don't get on a big airplane and fly, and I certainly don't like flying farther than like an hour. So I was amazed when I read this story about a spider that gives you a boner being in Austria. I was surprised when I booked a flight. I got it. No one was more shocked than me to learn that I was a fan of certain arachnids. I had no idea. But I want to say that I'm genuinely interested. I'm just saying, I didn't know this existed. I've been around the sun 55 times on this planet. I didn't know there was such a thing out there. I thought it was having the mailman hand me a box of the little blue pill while he laughs and winks at me and strolls down the driveway giggling. I didn't know that you could have a spider collection privately that would solve all your problems, and the Austrians were hiding it in a town called Krems an der Donau. Took a little bit for me to put in that flight information, but, 12 hours later, after the show's over, I'm going to be at a supermarket in Krems an der Donau going through the fruit section looking for a new buddy. It's a real thing. Don't get mad at me. You think I manufactured this story? This was in the news. All right, let me jump over here to see what I missed. Come on now. Got some stuff over here. I'm getting behind. The shoeless one. The big pharmaceutical will have to eradicate it. They don't like the competition. That's true. Shoeless one. Now Native Americans have the Washington Redskins back. Yeah, big deal about that. There, we'll talk about that on another program. E. Ross, $1.99. Why does everything have to be so controversial? Who knows, man? I just wake up in the morning having a nice day, and it turns into this shit. Mr. Flibble gifted 5 Gem Talks memberships. Paul Harvey, Grateful Ed, Steffi O'Nurse, Michael Savigny, and Elizabeth Finch. Anybody who got a free membership today, you're now privileged. Go to YouTube. Go to the kids' YouTube channel. Go to the community section. Yeah, they have one. And things that you normally could not see before will now be available to you. 2 years of behind the scenes. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, member for 12 months. I'd love to say how amazing, incredibly handsome the general is. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to read that again. I'd love to say how amazing and incredibly handsome the general is, how his smile and his bright blue eyes light up the room. I would love to, but he still hasn't looked at my message on Discord. I think I was banned from Discord. I think that's the problem. I think whoever owns that channel banned me from. I'll file a plea. I'll file for a review and see if I can get out of Discord jail, and then I will read your note. Charles Samways, oh my God, I love that I caught you live all the way from England. Charles, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out. I hope you stayed for the whole program. Mrs. 4 Watton gifted 5 Gen X Talks membership to Justin Ride, Wheezy 16s, Reality Slim Pickens, and Fiona Beaverstock. I think every month the computer gives Fiona Beaverstock a membership. When someone gifts memberships and the computer picks who gets them, I think she gets one every month. I think the computer just likes me saying Beaverstock. I think that's what it is. Melanie Coleman for 7 months. I'm back. Miss you all. Had to take some time out, take care of my mom and dad. I hope everything's good there, Melanie. E. Ross, member for 7 months. He's an extra. My whole screen turned orange. It says Jaded Chaos, $20. It's been a hot minute since I've been able to catch a live. Sounds like I've caught a good one. Well, you caught one that wasn't completely boring, that's for sure. Tomash, our number one guy in Israel, our number one ranking officer over there in Israel is Tomash. When you see his name go by, make sure you throw up the Israeli flag. Why? Because he grabs a weapon and stands a post on a wall so we can all have this day. Yes, he guards the Eastern Front for us. He gifted some memberships too, it looks like. No, who did that? No, he didn't. That was somebody else. But thank you for that, Tomash. Red Pill Daily, how are you getting to the East Coast? Where are you staying? I'd put you up in Ocean City, Maryland on me. Red Pill Daily, I don't know the details of what we're doing. My wife, Gen X Mom, has the itinerary, but that's an offer she would take you up on for sure, because this trip is going to be extremely expensive, and we're trying to visit everybody we can over there. We don't really have a time limit. We can stay gone as long as we want, but we just have to know where we're going and how long we can afford to stay gone, and then we'll work it out that way. But email genxmom@genxtalks.com. It's on the bottom of the website too. Go to genxtalks.com, scroll to the bottom. All of our emails are there and what we do. And if you want to contact her about the East Coast trip, genxmom@genxtalks.com, and she'll tell you what's going on. I don't know. Wrong department head on that stuff, that's for sure. All right, so do we have anything else that's really important here? I want to make sure we got Boner Spider out of the way, because that's a big story. So let's see. Okay, Boner Spider is and Skittles in there, and we did the barrel thing. We talked about that. And okay, real quick here, a couple things. Pigskin Pick'em. Somebody put up the link. There's no draft. There's no players. There's no money. You literally just look at two different football helmets, Cardinals versus Cowboys. You pick one. Who cares? You know, there's all these people that play. Last year, 2 of the top 10 people were people who knew nothing about football. They just picked whatever uniform they thought was the prettiest, and that's the way they went. Yeah. Also, if you listen to this, anybody if you didn't get notification from YouTube, and this is kind of a big one, if YouTube doesn't notify you, we still get texting and emails all the time. Well, I missed your show. In the comments, I missed your show. YouTube didn't tell me when you were on. Yes, you can click the like and subscribe and all that on all your devices, it's kind of dumb that you have to do it on every device. It's not just for us. It's for every channel you're part of. If you like, you subscribe, you hit the bell. You got to do it on your computer. You got to do it on your phone. You got to do it on your tablet. And then it begins working. Or you can join Patreon. It's $1. And we always send you an email saying, hey, here's what we're going to do in half an hour. We're going to be on this. You can ignore it or you can watch it, but it gives you the heads up. A lot of people join Patreon just because of the email. So there's lots of stuff in there, but that's the main thing. And there was another one. I saw it. Calm down. Calm your dicks and tits. I saw it. It was right here. It was coming. I was scrolling around. Really hard to see. And there's the latest podcast. Okay. The latest podcast is up. It is doing exceedingly well. Do me a favor, you guys. If you guys listen to the podcast and you like it, share it with somebody. Just one person. If you guys have listen. If you want to help Gen X Talks, we don't have a sponsor. We don't have a brand supporting us. We do this all on our own. However, if everybody who listens to the podcast shared it a couple times, let's say you just send us an email to 5 of your friends and go, hey, check this out. It's kind of cool. If one of them listens and they do the same thing, we could actually get our numbers up to where the kid could actually maybe get a sponsor. Now, as much as I would love to have something youthful and exuberant, I'm assuming that somebody's going to contact us like Ben Gay or Geritol and say, look, you take Geritol and rub Ben Gay, you can talk like these old people for hours. I don't care. I don't care anymore who contacts us, but if you can do that for us, that would be a good thing. All right, let's go back here. Listen, I do got to go, you guys. I'm out of here. I got to go. It's time. Our hour is up. Our hour has ended. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope it wasn't totally boring. If it wasn't, tell a friend. Don't forget to join. I'm supposed to tell you, join Patreon. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. All that stuff I'm supposed to do at the very beginning. I forget to whore myself out in that way. Oh, I know. I'm going to get in trouble for this one if I don't remember. Every summer, we do one big mug for sale. and they're almost pulled off the. I don't even know if she's got them up there. If she doesn't, she better put them back up. They're for sale on the website. So, honey, if you're in there and you're listening to this, put the fucking mugs back up there because we're gonna sell out. We just do it once a year. They're dated. They have a clever saying about who we are and what we're doing. They got the year on them. We put one up a summer, and they're only up for a limited time. If you didn't get one last summer, it's over. We don't sell them all year long. If you don't get one this summer, you're not going to get one. But they're kind of expensive. But if you want to be part of Gen X Talks program, support us, that's a good way to do it. They're all the etching is all hand done by my wife. So there, I have now hoarded myself out in every way I was supposed to. Nobody can be mad at me for forgetting this. I talked about Discord, talked about Patreon, hit the bell, all that crap. So leave me alone. I'm not good at that part of it anyway. I'm better just talking about stuff and listening to what you guys have to tell me from around the world and plugging it into what I'm thinking. It's the only way I learn stuff, and you should too. I got to get out of here. Stream is easy. Please remember to tip your waitress on the way out. They'll be here all week. And try the veal. It's really good. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.